Okay, so I think this specific play will be the final nail in the coffin of the tush push. And that's because it's pretty clear the refs really don't know how to officiate this play. Welcome to Saturday versus Sunday. I'm John Barbin. With me is Jeff Dover, and let's talk football.
We're a couple of average football fans that watch college and the NFL. We hope to earn your like and subscribe today. This is our review of the controversial tush push fumble, no fumble. What are your initial thoughts?
Okay, so I think this specific play will be the final nail in the coffin of the tush push. And that's because it's pretty clear the refs really don't know how to officiate this play.
Yeah.
And when we're going to get into the video here, this replay just plays it over and over again. So we're just going to talk over what's happening here. But what we hear from the broadcast and from the refs is that they called that his forward progress had stopped. And they also say Dayball can't challenge the forward progress.
Right.
But anyone who watched this game, Hurts' forward progress clearly had not stopped. The whistle had not blown. Thibodeaux rips the ball out. Then there's the whistle. So let's...
my line here was going to be someone finally defended the tush push well. That was really what it was. Like there, because that was the talk last year when they're like, should they ban it? Should they not? And they're like, well, it's not fair because they always complete it and stuff. And then that's what someone said. Like, it's going to have to take someone figuring out how to stop it in order for the people to listen. And so I think they did. Like, I think that assigning a defender to dive forward at the ball, like reach out to grab the ball, I think is a good way of stopping it. And then, because they defended it properly, now we've got, now it's a real issue. So for all the points that you said. All right.
So we're going to roll the video. The video plays at full speed, and I think you can hear Brady and Burkhardt. Then it rolls it in slow motion. But anyway, so let's just talk through it as we see it play. First of all, everyone's offside right now, but they seem to don't care. So.
And here, pause it again.
And that's the whistle right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It just keeps rolling.
All right. So what was also clear was the jumping off, like the false start, right? Like everyone is leaning, and they for sure lean forward before Hurts has the ball.
Yeah.
So that's another problem with it, and they never called a forced start.
Yeah.
Here. 64 is moving forward before Hurts has the ball.
Yeah. So that's another thing on this play. There's quite frequently there's a false start on this play. And I've brought this up before. False starts are called on the slightest of flinches in every other play. So, and you're telling me you just can't pick up on these guys moving. And then the commentary I hear is, oh, well, it happens really, really fast. But even the slightest flinch gets called as a false start, which seems utterly inconsequential when a lineman just rocks out of his stance, barely moves an inch. So if that's a false start, any movement here has to be a false start. Now here, there's a couple things going on here.
So the part that bothered me here is that, so it's forward progress, right? So if this was on the goal line, that would have been called a touchdown. Do you know what I mean? Because he was moving forward, broke the plane. But because it's not on the goal line, and the ball's not dead as soon as it crosses the line, so he's moving forward, still moving forward when the ball comes out, and it's the technicality that you can't review the forward progress. That's why this was an issue.
So right here, he's moving forward. Goedert and Barkley are pushing his body forward. Yeah. That's one form of moving forward. None of him is on the ground, so he's not down.
No.
But on top of his whole body moving forward, he himself is extending his arms forward. So you've got two ways the ball itself is moving forward, and at no point is his progress obviously stopped at all. The other thing is Goedert and Barkley are just pushing until they hear a whistle. So as far as Goedert and Barkley are concerned, Hurts is perpetually moving forward until I hear a whistle. And on top of that, like I said, Hurts is consciously moving the ball forward. So all indications are that he's totally in motion, totally moving forward. however little bit it is. And then Thibodeaux rips the ball out way before the whistle's blown.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just call it dead after he pulls the ball out. So it's the one of the most egregious. I mean, here, let's get back to we'll rewind it and just see the whole thing all over again. It's the worst officiated play, I think, right now in the NFL. And here, he's moving forward, ball out, whistle. The whistle is so much far after he rips the ball out.
Yeah. No, and Hurts wasn't down because he was on another player. They were actively pushing him forward, like you said. But it was clear that number 5 Thibodeaux was diving for the ball, right?
Yeah.
So as he had it out, and it came out. So it's ridiculous that wasn't called a fumble.
Like
right
he's
there.
in constant motion here.
Yeah.
It happened so fast.
That's a good point. There was the constant motion,
yes.
Right? So like it's not like Hurts clearly stopped to forward progress. Like he was still moving forward, and I understand the rule that you can't review the forward progress, but like at no point was he stopped moving forward.
The ball is still moving forward right here in his hands. Thibodeaux rips it out as he's extending the ball. The other thing, and this is why I think this is the death of the tush push. Look at Goedert. Goedert is shoving him forward. He is moving. And Goedert doesn't know. All Goedert knows is push until I hear the whistle. So in this case, Hurts cannot give himself up because he'd literally have to tell Goedert, stop pushing me.
Yeah.
That's another problem with this play. Like, for instance, when a running back runs into a pile and it's obvious like 2 or 3 defenders have him dead to rights and he can't move anymore, he just covers the ball and he concedes. Okay, you got me. It's over. I'm not pushing any further. You can sort of concede that you're not pushing forward anymore if you're on your own power. Since Hurts is not actually propelling himself forward with his own legs, he can't give himself up like a slide or concede, okay, done. I'm not pushing forward anymore. I'm conceding he can't concede forward progress if Goedert isn't going to concede forward progress.
And just to your point too about the defense has to keep pushing until the whistle blows too, right? So like all the points that you were talking about was offense was going forward. The defense has to keep pushing back until they hear the whistle because that's when the forward progress would end. And that since the whistle never went, that means therefore the play's still live. The play is still live. And if the play's still live, then he should still be able to fumble it. Which it totally would. Like that's the key here is that no one's questioning whether it was a fumble. That's the crazy thing. Like the ball came out. He clearly had possession. Thibodeaux had possession of the ball before Hurts stopped moving, and no one's even arguing that part.
And before the whistle. So the way this went down and the way these clowns officiated this, there is no way to stop this play. If the forward. There's no way to stop this play if Hurts can't concede forward progress.
Right.
Yet you call it dead, but the defense, to your point, the defense has to keep pushing. They can't stop.
It can't be a live ball for the defense and not for the offense. That's the part that's really messed up about this because the defense is still playing. The offense is apparently they've had forward progress apparently, and it's good. And so like they could have stopped, but the defense couldn't have. That's another part that doesn't make any sense.
Right. So what's Thibodeaux supposed to do? Well, it seemed like, I guess it was forward progress. There was no whistle.
Yeah.
There was no whistle.
Ridiculous.
So everything about how this particular forget the fact that it's almost a false start every play.
Yeah.
You can't. There's no way out of this one because Hurts is being pushed forward. So it's up to Goedert and or Barkley and or whoever's pushing him to stop pushing him. But right here, if you watch from this angle, Goddard's pushing, he's moving forward, arms moving forward, ball out.
He's always moving. Like he's moving forward, moving to the side. Like the movement never stopped. The other thing that's really weird about this, why I think you're right that this will probably be the death of the tush push, is that this is the only play in football where something like this happens. Like every other play, they watch a fumble like 15,000 times. They watch a catch 15,000 times to see if it actually was a catch or a fumble. Yeah. And so it's crazy that they spend that much time and attention on any other fumble. But like on this one, it's like, we can't look at it. No, it's the forward. Like it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, How about this? When Trevor Lawrence had the ball knocked out of his hands trying to cross the goal line in the Chiefs game, to your point, if it crosses the goal line, play is dead. But
totally
he had
different situation.
No,
totally
it's not though, because he
well,
had it ripped out before he got to the goal line.
Yeah, I think that the to me it's a different situation because in that case, if they're still moving forward, the second it crosses the goal line, it's officially over.
No,
Whereas,
hang on.
Anywhere else on the field, if you're still moving forward,
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm
saying, I know
is,
it isn't. That's what I'm saying. And so like that, but
that's
Trevor
what
Lawrence,
everyone's saying.
The case that you said is that the ball came out before the goal line.
No, which is identical to this. The goal line's what stops that play in the Trevor Lawrence Chiefs game. The goal line. Since he didn't get to the goal line, he's still in motion.
Yes.
Ball gets ripped out.
Yes.
Chiefs ball, right?
Yeah. That's what I said.
Here, he's still in motion. Ball gets ripped out. Giants ball.
Right, but
so how come it's not the same?
The difference I was saying was that if as soon as it touches the goal line, if you're still moving forward and then it gets ripped out, it doesn't matter because it's dead ball. So,
100%.
Yeah.
But in both cases, the identical thing happened. The defense ripped the ball out while I guess
my point is that when
extended.
it crosses the goal line and the ball comes out, that happens a lot after it crosses the goal line, like most of the time.
Oh, yeah, but then it's just a touchdown. But we all know that. But what I'm saying is that's a perfect example of the identical thing where the QB is in motion, puts the ball forward, it gets ripped out, and it's obviously a turnover. That's it. It's just a turnover.
No. Yeah, that's the fact that the Trevor Lawrence one was a fumble and this one wasn't is ridiculous.
Right, because they're the identical situation. The ball is in motion. He's reaching it forward. It gets ripped out.
Yeah.
And it's in both cases, it's 100%. Anyway, so this to me, this is the end of the tush push because on top of all of the other, I'm going to stop sharing screen here. On top of all of the other ridiculous things that happened during this play, and most notably the false starts that seem to be essentially impossible to call. And not to mention the defense is kind of offside all the time too. Like none of this play is officiated correctly. Yeah. This was the most egregious example of it's a get out of jail free card. If that's how that's going to be called, where they have no idea how to say when forward progress is stopped. He's not in control of his own forward progress. I mean, that's it. Like right there, that's it. I could imagine Eagles fans, you even have to admit, like, oh, that was kind of BS. Like the whistle wasn't blown. He wasn't on the ground. He's still moving. Ball comes out. What else is there? I mean, that's it. It's just, it's the most egregious case in which I think now puts an end to that play.
It's a really bad part of the game too, because that's a huge swing in momentum. But because they were able to get the first down because they didn't have the fumble, it really took the Giants out of it. And then the Eagles scored right away too. So it's a really big swing in that too. But I think you're right. I think that hopefully this season will be the last we see of the tush push.
Well, and this is the first time that the push itself was a problem. Because in all the other cases of it, if it being a false start, that's not a tush push thing. It doesn't matter if someone's pushing you. False starting is false starting before the play even happens, right?
Right.
So on a goal line play like that, let's say there was no push. Well, that a false start's just still a false start. Okay, so then, but
it's just but the tush push is one of the only formations or plays that are run where the full start for whatever reason is not called. I don't know why that's the case.
Yeah, well, sure, but let's just say they lined up like that and nobody pushed him. The false start's still a false start. So the push doesn't really come into play. And Jason Kelsey brought that up. He's like, a lot of the things that people are complaining about aren't even the push part. But in this case, the fact that Hurts cannot concede his forward momentum.
Right.
He can't choose to concede forward progress. It's up to the guy pushing him who has to concede. I have to stop pushing. But so now you get into this situation where there's a get out of jail free card for the ball carrier because he's just like, I don't know, I'm just doing my thing and someone's pushing me. It's not up to me to decide when my forward progress has stopped. So now it's virtually impossible for the refs to ever get this right when that's the case. So
hopefully that's it for the tush push.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't even care about how it looks or anything. It's just they just cannot get it right. The refs just can't get it right. All right, I don't know. I think that's all I got for this one. It's all over. I mean, everyone's analyzing, and I'm sure we've missed some points here, but that's what stuck out to us. All right. Well, we appreciate you checking out our channel. We just started it last year. So if you're new to us and you like what we got going on, you want to support us, like and a subscribe would go a long way, and we'd super, super appreciate it. So for Jeff Dover, I'm John Barbin, and that's your Saturday versus Sunday podcast.